Hello and welcome to the HiCAD short clips. In this video I would like to introduce you to the new function Insert New Beam. The new beam insertion is a revised and more user-friendly version of the previous beam insertion function. In addition to the new function, the old function is still available. As before, there are three types of insertion. Insertion perpendicular to processing plane, insertion via 2 points, and insertion via guideline. The standard beams can be inserted from the HiCAD catalogs as before. In addition, elongated plates, multi-part standard beams, and prototype beams are now available for insertion. Here I choose a HEA 160 with a fixed length and install it perpendicular to the processing plane. One of the most important options of the new function Insert New Beam is the possibility to display a preview of the beams during insertion. The new preview allows the HiCAD user to see very precisely the position of the beam. Also, the determination of the new reference points is now much easier due to the new preview. The other options, such as rotation or distance to insertion plane, are still available to the user, only now in a much more intuitive form. The insertion can be confirmed by pressing the middle mouse button or the Apply button. The insertion can also be determined by selecting a reference beam. In addition, the same functions can of course also be used for beam insertion via 2 points, such as in this case by determining the reference points and the distance to the insertion plane. Here too, you can see that the integrated preview helps to accurately assess the position of the beam in each installation situation. One of the new and very useful options of the new beam insertion is the definition of an additional fitting point. With this fitting point, in addition to the reference points, any point on the beam cross-section can be selected for a more precise installation. This also facilitates the insertion. After selecting the beam type, select the fitting point option in the dialog. Subsequently, any point on the beam cross-section can be selected via the graphic preview, which is then used during insertion via the relative coordinates. For a possible further beam exchange, the point must be selected again. The beam insertion function from the previous versions is still available via the submenu of the Insert New Beam function and as a taking over of the cross-section of the active beam. That was the brief overview of the new function Insert New Beam. Thanks for watching. See you soon.